On this episode, we fit a Samsonas Sequential, Josh and I try welding, and I can't open a bottle. Let's do it! What's going on, guys, and welcome to another episode of the Drift Games vlog. The season is almost here, which means we're in the sheds working hard on our cars. Now, we're not changing the look too dramatically, but we needed to freshen up the whole outside. Now, the previous episode, if you want to go back and watch it, we stripped the whole car down, we got the outside looking great. It then went to Seamus Walsh, and through the magic of technology, this happened. So the car is freshened up, but we took the panels back off it because we're not going to reveal what the whole car is going to look like with its brand new 59-degree north wheels and all of the other little splitters and canards and all the cool stuff we're adding to it. But today is about the mechanical stuff. We've got to fit that Samsonas gearbox, we've got to get some bumper bars done, we've got to reinforce the clamshell, and my man Ryan has got all the pieces on the ground. We're going to talk through them and see what needs to be done today. So we've got the gearboxes here. Samsonas gearboxes, I know that everybody runs them, but what is the challenge of us trying to get this in the car? Because we had an RB25 gearbox in there that is now smithereens, and now we have to try and get this in there. So what are we to do to fit this? Is it as simple as, I mean, everyone knows that I'm not a very mechanically minded person, so you have to break it down very simply to me. It looks shiny, it looks fancy, we know it goes click click and changes gears, but what do we do to get in the car?
It's actually not as big a job as everyone thinks it is. You've got everything, you have everything you need. It has a bell housing. I just actually had to knock out the center out of the new bell housing.
So this is the bell housing here?
Yeah.
And this is from an automatic S15?
Yeah. This had to come out. I don't have access to a machine shop, so it was all drilled.
So you drilled all of these?
Each individual hole was drilled and then tapped out. So usually you'd bring this to a machine shop and they'd use a milling machine, they'd machine it out perfectly. You use what you have.
Well, it works. That's the most important thing. What are the challenges? Probably let's have a look and see what the challenges are. So this car obviously had a tunnel originally made for it for an RB25 gearbox, so it's wider than...
It's nice and wide, so it's kept straight here and it's all kept nice and wide for the bell housing, so it's easy access at track. You can get all your bell housing bolts, you can take the gearbox out, probably take you 10 minutes to get the gearbox in and out.
So you have gearbox mounts which I presume go in here, and they're custom to whatever gearbox you're running.
Exactly, we'll make a custom gearbox mount that suits the Samsonas.
And then does the Samsonas, I mean, this is just me asking silly questions as usual, do you put this in and then it kind of dictates where the gear stick is going to be based on where it just lines up, or do you move the gear stick to kind of suit where it originally was, or can you move that around a bit?
Depending on the gearbox, but actually with the way the Samsonas have it, they actually supply you with a selector rod and you can cut it to length. So pretty much you mount your gearbox and depending on where you sit in the car, you get like Daigo or something like that. He sits way back into the car. He can bring his gear stick back.
Right, so it's not actually coming out of the top like an RB25.
It has a little arm off it.
So you can kind of adjust that to make it as comfortable for you in the car.
Yeah, 100%.
So that's that issue to be sorted. The next issue we have, which I'm going to have to explain to you because you haven't any idea of what the car is doing here for anything other than that, is the rear end of the car. So this rear bash bar has obviously taken a bit of it. As you can see, it's mounted here, and over here, not so much. It's kind of away from it. So what we need to do, and what Mike was suggesting to do, was to put some sort of support from the rear bumper bar to the actual car to a certain extent, just to kind of give it a bit more structural integrity, because obviously this is fiberglass and the whole end is fiberglass. Now, not too much because we do want it to flex. Well, I think the guys did a pretty good job of getting it on, so it's not too bad, and it is all wrapped up. So it's just about trying to just reinforce it to make sure that it'll take a couple of taps over the year. That's all it is. The next issue is at the front. So our next issue is, we originally had a BN Sports bumper on this car with a bumper bar. Last year I told you to cut that out and make a new bumper bar for an Origin bumper. Now we've gone back to a BN Sports bumper, so I need you to do the exact opposite of what I did last year, make a new bumper bar for the BN Sports bumper, which I have over here. So all of the videos we've done of this car so far, the bumper is not on it simply because the bumper bar just wouldn't fit it. But obviously, as you can see, this bumper is quite different. So we want to brace as much as we can on the bumper to save the bumper itself. We're also going to have a splitter underneath it, and what we've realized with the other car is that if you don't have a very tight bumper bar, the bumper actually with the wind starts to pull down, the splitter hits the ground, tears everything to pieces. So we want to have that quite structurally sound. And even if you clip another car, you touch another car, it's nice to have a bit of protection for the bit of give and for the intercooler and everything else behind it. So that's bread and butter stuff for you, and then we'll get it back and we'll be able to paint up all those bars when we redo all of this white on the car just to make it look tidy at the end. So let's get to it.
There's a lot of stuff that I didn't know.
Well, you see, Ryan, this is a good thing about me. I arrive, I say there's a small job. The small job becomes a medium job. The medium job becomes a week. So Ryan's working away on the car. We came outside because there's two pretty interesting cars outside. So obviously the guys here do a lot of work on old American classics as well. And we've got two classic Mustangs here, two quite different ones as well. So this is like the early spec. This is a 67, sort of a pretty original car actually. And this one is actually in for a little bit of work as well because it's not an original car. So this one, as far as I know, runs a 350Z gearbox mated to a Hummer engine. Now there's a little bit of work that needs to be done to it, but they're pretty cool cars. It's really cool to see these in Ireland. We're up here in the Wicklow Mountains, and to see two classic American cars outside is pretty crazy.
Can I just say, is the handbrake always down there? It's like in between your legs.
No, that's definitely not where the handbrake is. It's got like some gauges in it. It's got a Punisher sticker in there. Sparco seats. As you see, the gearbox has 350Z gator on it. I'm going to try and see if I can pop open the hood. I don't know how to pop the hood on these. Do you know how to pop the hood on these, Josh?
Surprisingly, no. Are you sure it's not on the other side?
Could be, but that looks like it's covered over as well, so. Okay, hold on. Try this.
That's just the washer.
Well, that's not it. I don't know where to. Anyway, there's the cars. And, we can't open them, but you can assume that they're great. And there's a V8 in this from a Ford, and there's a V8 in that from a Hummer. Moving back to the work.
We interrupt this video to give a very special shout out to one of our partners here at Drift Games, Mobil 1 Oil. Mobil 1 Oil is used by some of the best drifters in the game, such as these guys. As you can see, even I made the cut into the best drivers in the game. What? So yeah, Mobil 1 is used by the best drifters in the world, and me.
So Josh, you've decided to weld something because you've never welded anything before. What have you decided to weld?
An incorrect hoop from years back.
So an incorrect hoop. So I saw this hoop, chopped in half, is a grind rail for a skateboard. So that's going to be in there. We're going to weld to both sides, so it's all going to be strengthened that way. And then fill the gap with weld and grind it down like you would on a skateboard.
So is this something that we can bring to events and just do little skateboard tricks in the pits?
That's going to be the side act to me.
Like sort of a performing clown in the pits. Right, let's get welding.
Essentially, I've been told this is like drawing.
It's like drawing.
It's like cursive.
Or drawing, as you say.
Drawing. The welder is your pen. And
sounds like
The welder is your pen. Be one
the
with
welder is
what a
pen.
slogan. The welder is your pen.
How hard can it be?
If Josh is good at this, he's going to think he's going to do all his own fabrication from now on.
Josh can put me out of a job here.
Oh, here we go. The mask.
Can't see anything. This can't go too bad, can it?
Do you know what? I think at that point of saying that, I'm now more worried.
For my insurance, I'm worried.
Don't worry, he's on our insurance.
Okay, so
Right, so you're gonna.
there's my trigger.
That's your trigger.
This is a moment now.
Okay,
I'm
just
don't-
curious. Say if I pointed it, would it spurt out the stuff there?
Yeah, look.
Whoa!
Alright, so put your hand like this. Get your weapon like this, right? Put your thumb on it so you can direct it. No, I'm not gonna weld. Relax. And you just. do
Oh,
a
so I'm going zigzagging.
Yes, you just zigzag across the whole way across.
Okay.
Do your worst.
I'm honestly, where's the button? I'm scared. It's not great. I'm not gonna lie, I did have higher expectations, to be honest, than this. That's not too bad.
Yeah, sure.
Looks like phlegm.
Oh my, I'm not even joking. If it's good when I take the thing off. Whoa! Look at that! Does it not look good? I'm not gonna lie, like you see pictures of welds and it doesn't look great.
That looks like that does look like my first weld.
I'm not quite one with the pen yet.
You do your weldy bit,
Oh, just
and then we'll compare one to the other and see. You're under pressure now.
I make show of myself, innit?
I can't see it.
Now put it randomly one side or the other so people at home can guess whether it was you or Josh that did. So this is side number one. I don't know, it does look like it could be you or Ryan. Let's see what the other side looks like before we make it. Oh, it definitely was yours.
Is there not a bit of tube left?
There is. You can keep going if you want.
I think, Dave, you heard what Ryan said. You know how to do it. You got as much tutoring as I did. So you
don't know what I'm doing. Oh, I don't want to be on camera doing welding. It's the opposite of why I came down here. Get down to get some done.
Oh dear, there's spark coming up everywhere.
It's not bad.
Holes worth your rubbish. This is you.
Like yours is like you've got the
4
you've
inches.
really got the girth. Like
Thank you.
If you were to tell me what my hidden talent was, I'll tell you one thing I told you, I would have said it wasn't, which is welding. So this is Ryan, which is, you'd expect to be very good, which it is. This is Josh, and then this is me. This was when I got closer though, so I could have done that again.
you were ill-informed the first time.
Yeah, I was too far away here, so. Yeah, so we realised this, Ryan is a professional, I'm not that great, and you're absolutely a trophy. Let's get back to doing more work on the car.
So Ryan has just finished off making the gearbox mount for the car to fit the Samsonas. So you can see here it's a full custom bracket making essentially the gearbox solid mounted.
Now that we've solid mounted the gearbox, we're going to actually solid mount the engine as well, because if you rubber mount on an engine with a solid gearbox, it puts a lot of pressure on the bell housing, and you can tend to like completely destroy bell housing, gearbox, that sort of thing.
And what's your theory? If it's solid, it won't break?
If it can't move, it can't break.
Okay, so that's done for today, and then tomorrow is going to be working on the front bumper bar and everything that's going to be happening to the rear. So there's going to be a fair few days doing all this kind of thing. So hopefully this gets moving and then we can get it back and then actually reveal what the whole car is actually looking at. So catch you guys tomorrow.
So we've tried our hand at welding, we've got the gearbox sort of in the car, so you have to join us on the next episode of the Drift Games vlog where we start to work on the front bumper bar and completely demolish the rear and start again with Vital Fabrication. You don't want to miss it. Thanks for tuning in. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell on, and we'll see you on the next episode.